Hey guys, I am back with part 2 of my video. This is going to be a book haul slash a little bit of a haul. I don't know if you guys have seen my other video. I don't know if I mentioned this in my other video. But I found a dollar bookstore here in LA and they're really kind of far. And so I decided to go to this one day and just to check it out and just to see what kind of books I could get. And everything was $1 and I really wasn't too happy with this bookstore just because everything was all they had 4 different sections for everything. So if you couldn't find it in this one, then you can look in another one and then another one, and it was just kind of annoying. And there were so many copies of Marley and Me and Twilight, and it was just ugh. And they didn't have the Hunger Games. And this was right after the movie came out, and so I couldn't get the Hunger Games there. I had to get the Hunger Games trilogy from Walmart, and it was during that time. I don't know what it is now, but it was I had to buy the books individually. I didn't buy them as the whole trilogy, but the first book, The Hunger Games, was $5, and this is paperback, as you can see, and the shipping was 97 cents to my house. If you ship it you can pick it up at any Walmart for free. And then I got Catching Fire, and then I got Mockingjay. And I think these were each $10 each. So I roughly paid about $30 for the whole trilogy. I tried to get them from my library, but they were it was 1,200 people had put it on hold. And I was like, you know what, I just couldn't wait that long. And also with the 50 Shades of Grey, it has the same, I think I'm 500 and something, so I don't know. I just couldn't wait to read this trilogy, but I'm going to get into the book part of the video, the book review part of the video. So if you haven't seen The Hunger Games and you haven't picked up the book, I honestly, before you watch the movie, I would check out the book, because I went in to see the movie and I didn't even know anything about the Hunger Games, and I was like, what in the hell is going on in this movie? But now that I read the book, I'm I honestly am a huge fan of the movie, and I love the first book. This book is so good, and it's basically about this girl named Katniss Everdeen, and she lives in this city called Panem, District 12. And she's a very poor girl, and basically when you live in this district, I think there's 12, well, there's 13 districts, but there's 12 in the first book. And then from the ages of 12 to 18, if I remember correctly, then you are enrolled into becoming in the Hunger Games, which is basically a fight to the death type TV show. And so her sister, Prim, she gets picked to do the Hunger Games. And so Katniss decides to take her place. So there's a boy and a girl from each district. So it's her and this guy that she knew, Peeta. And so it's basically just about her in the Hunger Games. And the book is completely different from the movie. I would, like I said, read the book first and then watch the movie. It's completely different. The ending is completely different than the movie. And so basically, Katniss and Peeta, they win the Hunger Games. I know I'm going to spoil it. I'm so sorry. So they ended up winning the Hunger Games, and then once you win the Hunger Games, then you go on what's called a victor, and then you never have to compete in the Hunger Games, and then your family gets to basically they live in the Victor Village, and then you never have to go hungry, so you're rich and famous forever. And so that's basically how the first book ends. And then you get into Catching Fire. I love the first one. This book, I loved the first half of it. And the reason why I liked the first half of it was really interesting. You got to see her after she won the Hunger Games, and then, the president who kind of figures out that she's really not interested in Peeta. She's more in love with Gale, and then he threatens to have Gale killed. And then you come to how she has to go to the second Hunger Games, which is seriously, why do we have to go through the Hunger Games for a second time? So, but this Hunger Games is completely different from the first one because they've kind of changed it a little bit. Like, they have like monkeys in this one who are dangerous. They have the fog, which is probably my favorite part of the Hunger Games. Then you got like there's water in this one, not like a lake, but like the water. And then you have there was something else and I forget, and there's a whole, and basically the reason why she's going through the Hunger Games again is because it's the 25th anniversary of the Quill, and those are the people that have won all the Hunger Games, and they're just going for it again. And then you get into the whole, I don't even want to say what the ending of the book is, but okay, I am going to say it. So basically she gets captured by, I forget who she gets captured by. Anyway, she gets captured because they want her to become the Mockingjay, because they want to overthrow the Capitol, because they're pissed off at the Capitol. And so that's pretty much the end of the book. And then Peeta gets captured. Oh, and you know what I'm really sad about is that Cinna, who was Lenny Kravitz in the movie, he actually gets killed. And I was kind of sad about that because I liked his character in the movie. I thought he was kind of cool. But, so yeah. Alright, and then now on to Mockingjay. I don't know how everybody else feels about this book, but I really have trouble reading this book. I just think it's so slow, and I'm just really not into it. Like, if you watch my other video, you see that I've been reading books in like 3 to 4 days, and like this one, it's taken me forever to read this book. But basically, this is where it catches, we see her, how she's wanting to become the Mockingjay, and then now the Capitol has destroyed, what's it called? District 12. So now they go and live in District 13. All of Peeta's family has been killed. Peeta's been captured by the Capitol. Now they're holding him captured. And so yeah, I don't know. I'm going to read this. I'm going to give this another shot probably in a while. I don't know. I'm not really in too much of a hurry because I've got so many other books I've made a list to read. So now that's the book review portion of the video. Now I'm just going to get into the little book haul and talk about the books that I got at the dollar bookstore here in Los Angeles. Honestly, again, I was really kind of disappointed when I went down to this place because it was just, I don't know. I really was just, I wanted like all these books. They didn't have any Nicholas Sparks books that I wanted. They didn't really have anything. It was just, I don't know. But the one that was over by Century City, that was the cool one because I found like so many good books that I wanted, and I don't know. So the first book I ended up getting is Something Borrowed by Emily Giffin, and I've wanted to see this movie for so long. I've just never got a chance to getting around to seeing it. But I'm really curious about this author because she just seems like she writes really, really good books. And I've actually asked people about this book and they say that they really, really liked it. So yeah, one day I'm going to get onto it. Maybe I'll do a book review on it. And then the next two books are by the same author. The first book is called Lipstick Jungle by Candace Bushnell. And if you don't know who Candace Bushnell is, she is the lady that wrote Sex and the City. The book that actually got turned into the show, and I've never read this book. I watched the TV show when it was on, and I wanted to just pick it up. Oh, and that's the other cool thing about this place is that I actually found Lipstick Jungle in paperback, but then I'm like, you know what, I wanted it in hardcover, and it was the same price. So yeah, I got Lipstick Jungle, and then I ended up getting Trading Up, which, again, I've never read, but I'm kind of curious about it. And Candace Bushnell is she is a very good writer. I wasn't thrilled with the Sex and the City book itself. I do have it, but I'm more into the Carrie Diaries and Summer in the City, and those are the prequels to Sex and the City, and those are fantastic. And I looked for them at the store, and they didn't have them there, so I ended up just getting these, and I still have to get the other two that she wrote. I think they're called Four Blondes and One Fifth Avenue. So I'm going to read these eventually. I have so many so many other books that I want to read, and so yeah, if you guys have any book recommendations, please feel free to let me know, because I'm very open to looking at books. I really kind of enjoy authors like Sophia Kinsella and Kim Grugenfelder, Gemma Townley, I like Nicholas Sparks, but I'm more into the like those, the Gemma Townley type books. And if you haven't read any of her books, you really should pick up her book, Little White Lies. It is fantastic. Also, total waste of makeup. I think I did a video right during Christmas time, my book review about it. I don't even remember. So yeah, please let me know, and please feel free to friend me on goodreads.com. I would love to be friends with you and see what you guys are reading. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye!